Check it.
Feliz Navidad. Na, na, na. Feliz Navidad.
Do you know that whole song?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah. I'll sing it right now.
All right, give me a couple bars.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz. You're not even going to do the backup track? Like, you can't even do a couple instruments for me?
I can do it in post.
Okay. Feliz. Wait. Is there an instrumental version of this?
I've never looked. I'm going to look now.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Good. Well, that's going to be our fade-in intro for this week.
Thank
Anyway,
God.
welcome to the Lucky 13 podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, my wonderful co-host / partner in crime, Benjamin. How are you doing, Benjamin?
I am okay. I'm feeling very festive today.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the season you actually like.
Mm-hmm. The only season I actually like.
I think that's reasonable. I don't think that's an unfair opinion.
Yeah. Except, retail workers. They hate this. They hate this so much.
I mean, have you ever had to work in a retail job?
No.
Okay, that explains that then.
So that's why I still have some happiness for the season.
You don't have the same vitriolic hate for Mariah Carey as the rest of us do.
No. Like I can't even say, I genuinely can't say I hate the song just because I've never heard it. Like
On loop?
I don't think I can say I've ever heard the full version of that song
Oh, I have
in my life.
many times, one after another, like in sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I hate Mariah Carey. I hate her with a passion. I've never met the woman. I never ever will meet the woman, but I despise her for what she's done to this world.
What, you're not even gonna say, like, once we make it big and just like, oh hey, we're gonna do the Resource 13 hullabaloo,
No, I'm gonna punch her in the face if I ever see her. How dare you for making All I Want for Christmas Is You. All I want for Christmas is you. I fucking hate that song.
Okay, guess that bridge is burned.
I'm all about burning bridges. As you've learned from our live stream stuff, I'm all about burning bridges. Ray William Johnson, gone.
Kanye West gone.
Look, Kanye was never going to talk to us. I don't even think he likes games. I think he hates gamers. Look.
So anyway, the seasons, the happy festive cheeriness. Let's get some of that, Jacob.
Okay.
God.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, So since you asked me this about like October and all that, what is your favorite part about like the Christmas season? Why do you like it so much?
I just love it because it's so different. Like the temperature like really drops. Unlike where we live, where it's fucking hot all the time.
For right now. Because it's fucking freezing out right now.
Yes, it is. It is fucking freezing right now.
Oh, very, very weirdly this year.
Yeah, and also, again, I just love how the times change. Like, everyone has like, decorations out. It's just, it just feels different. I love how different it feels. It doesn't feel the same.
I can't help but notice that your house isn't decorated.
Okay, so about that,
yeah.
It's just.
I see it doesn't go both ways. All right.
It's just I'm lazy, Jacob.
Okay. You just like to see it. You just don't want to do it.
Yes, exactly.
See, you're the worst kind for this.
What?
Because you want to enjoy everybody else doing it, but you don't want to do it.
Yeah, I want to eat the cake. I don't want to make the cake.
You don't have to be a baker to make a cake, though. You don't have to be a landscaping specialist. Would that be more of a land? No, it's more like the lawn, isn't it, and stuff like that. Anyway, you don't need to be an electrician to set up a bunch of Christmas lights.
I mean, technically, you should be aware of how many amps something is drawing.
What's an amp?
Amp?
Do you know what an amp is?
All I know is you shouldn't pass a certain number of amps or else you blow out a fuse.
Okay.
That's all I gotta know.
Look.
But plus, I put up the damn Christmas tree, for crying out loud. How much more do you need?
I guess. I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to say you like the outside, you should do the outside of your own house.
Why am I gonna bother?
Why am I going to bother?
Yes.
I don't. Because it's part of the season.
I don't care. I want to see everyone else do it. I don't want to do it. I don't have that much Christmas spirit, but I enjoy witnessing other people.
Okay, so what else do you like about Christmas then, besides from the decorations? Are you a big gift giving kind of guy? You don't seem like you give gifts a lot. So.
No, I don't even give you gifts.
No,
so.
you don't.
That's about it. I mean, I just like to cheer. I can give myself this momentary glimpse of just, wow, this is what it feels like to be just slightly happy. Just give me that, Jacob. Just instead of you diminishing this vision that I have of Christmas, how about you just shut up?
Look, I like Christmas. It's not my most favorite holiday, but I like Christmas.
Well, yeah, as we established Halloween.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to point out, though, that I said the same thing for liking Halloween, and you didn't agree with it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I liked it because it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you said that wasn't good enough, but I guess for you.
Well, the rules changed for me, Jacob.
Yeah. So,
what do you like about Christmas? What I know it's not your favorite, but what are your opinions?
I don't know. Honestly, what I didn't like about Christmas for a long time was that there was too much tradition around my household.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were too many like, oh man, now we got to go do this and we got to go do that, and now like I'm gonna have like this family show up that I really don't even care for, and all that, right? But as I've gotten older and all of that stuff has like slowed down or stopped,
yeah,
it's just become a very nice healing time.
Yeah,
like you'd have this time off from school, or like you'd be on winter break from like college or university or whatever. So he's remembering to silence his phone now. Called out. But so it would just be like a nice time of the year when you didn't have to do much and there wasn't much going on. And when I lived in South Dakota and I worked in the hospitality industry, so there wouldn't be as like many people coming through, at least in my hotel. For other people, they're fucked.
Right.
But so it'd just be like. Everything slows down.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it, was that it's just like, oh, finally I can come up for air. The busy stuff's over. And then a month later, then it's just boom, back all into it. So
it's basically going into the save area or the check room.
Yes. Yeah. And
Checkpoint.
like that nice soothing music plays over the top of everything.
Yeah.
Except for Mariah Carey.
Yeah. I mean, my least favorite part is the Christmas music, but I mean, I hear it so rarely. Because I rarely go out, so
that's fair.
For me, it doesn't really faze me too much.
Fair. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, the only thing I didn't like was all the traditions. But I mean, I don't know. What about you? Did you have a lot of like traditions in your household, or like even now?
Well, can you give me an example when you say tradition?
So, for example, one thing that my family used to do a lot is, my dad would take me, my brother, and my mom, and we'd all go up to like my grandma's house, and we would put up her Christmas lights for her because she's old, so it's hard for her to do.
Sure.
But I hated it because it meant I just have to sit around for like 4.5 or 5 hours while I sat out in the cold waiting for my dad to put up all the Christmas lights.
You wouldn't help the rest of the family put up the Christmas
lights?
lights?
I was 6. What was I gonna do? The most I'd be told to do would be put lights on the rose bushes.
There you go.
And then I cut my hands on the thorns.
Jesus, you get one task and you can't even do that right.
I was 6.
Oh, I was 6. I was 7. Man, come on. Gotta pull up those cajones and get to work.
I gotta pull up my little big boy snow pants.
Yep.
Okay, sure, whatever. But or we'd also do Christmas parties. And admittedly, I'm not a big party guy.
Yeah.
But that'd be something we do. Is everybody would come over and we'd all exchange gifts within our family. So stuff like that.
I mean, the most that we did was we would just have the family get together, but that was it. That's the only real tradition thing we had.
I guess I need to ask. Do you when you guys do Christmas, do you do it the Mexican way, or like do you wait for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
The Mexican way.
So the
Christmas
night before.
Eve. Yeah.
Why is that a thing? Is it because Mexicans are fucking impatient?
I don't know if I want to generalize like that, but
look, because my dad's the same way. He always wants to do it the Mexican way.
Well, to me, it just makes more sense to me. Why am I gonna wait? I can't fall asleep, anxious to open my gifts.
But then, what are you gonna do Christmas Day?
Play with my gifts. What the fuck? What kind of stupid question is that?
Well, I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know, like that's what I think about is you wait till Christmas Day because that's like the to-do for the day.
The to-do for Christmas Eve is you have the party, and then when the family's there, you open all gifts together.
Oh, no.
That way you're not all by yourselves opening gifts.
Well, in the morning we sat together and we did it all together.
Well, we would be in our homes. Everyone would have gone back home the next day.
Oh, you mean the sense that everybody, because like your siblings don't live with you, they are all gone. Maybe that's a good way to look at it then, because my family still all lives in like the same household together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so
I didn't think about that part of it.
Yeah, Although I don't know why your dad still does it that way. But
What do you mean?
well, doesn't he open at Christmas Eve?
No.
Oh,
No, my mom forces him to. You wait like everybody else, but every year he tries and is like, honey, I mean, come on, like one.
yeah,
Which is kind of funny. It's at least good to see that he still gets excited over Christmas,
yeah.
despite how old he's gotten.
Well, gotta have that Christmas cheer.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of someone who didn't turn off their phone,
To be fair, my phone is almost always silent, so.
oh, it almost always is, except for this one occasion.
Except for this one occasion, yes, actually. That's very awkward.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
So,
Yeah?
speaking of awkward.
Oh. I forgot we were going to talk about this. Yeah, I totally forgot.
We'll get back to the holidays soon enough.
Yeah.
But first.
I totally spaced this out.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, so I just had my birthday, and you and me went out for my birthday.
We sure did.
Yeah, so went and ate some din din, and then we went out to go play roulette.
Yep, one of your favorite pastimes.
I love playing roulette. I think it's a fun game. I think it's you have more opportunity to win than most others. Mm-hmm. If you're not.
Oh, and then we both lost, but
we both lost. But if you're not an impatient child when you're playing roulette, you can earn some money.
Just like one person that we encountered there.
God, what'd you call him? The coach?
The coach. He's the coach.
God, this guy. So we were just sitting there, and this other guy was sitting next to you, and he sat down, right?
Well, maybe I should tell it. So,
yeah, please tell it. You tell it.
So I'll tell my perspective of what I saw. So me and Jacob found our seats at a little roulette table, and this isn't like a public. There isn't a dealer or whatever you call
It's an automatic.
Yeah, it's an automatic table.
So it's always spinning.
Yeah, and so it's like in a circle, and you all sit around the center of the wheel.
Yeah, they're getting much more popular nowadays. They're a lot more common.
Yeah, exactly, because I hate interacting with other people.
Yeah,
anyways, Jacob was to my right, and then the coach sat to my left.
You got to flip those, but yes. I sat on your left. Never mind. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let you finish telling your story.
Anyways, the coach to my left, and so he takes a seat. I don't like to look over to see how much people are putting in.
No.
But I noticed he was putting in like a couple dollars. I originally thought he was putting in dollar bills, right? Because I was like, oh, okay, maybe he just wants to spend like $10. That was his change that he had. So I just kind of glanced back over to my thing. Didn't want to be rude.
Yeah.
So like a minute passes, and he's still putting in money. And it was like, dude, this isn't an arcade machine. What's going on? And then I quickly glanced down to see what he was putting in, and he was putting in $100 bills. And I looked over at the counter at how much he put in, and he had put in $1,000. And I was like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
When you and I had put in like 20.
We do 20 at a time.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, okay. Really just kind of doing a power stance in front of us. Okay, cool. So this dude had just put in $1,000 in the fucking machine, doing his power stance right in front of us. Well, I guess he wasn't doing it in front of us, but I was still a little bit offended.
Yeah.
Either way.
We were doing like small bets by comparison. Like I was betting maybe like $3 at a time, if that.
No, I think he was doing like $100 bets, like singles or whatever.
Oh my God.
And anyways, 20 minutes pass. He lost $1,000, and he was just like, whatever. He just kind of walked away.
Yeah, he left his coffee there too.
Yeah. So
what an absolute madman.
So he just kind of strolls around. Feel free to correct me wherever. Hop in.
Well, he like left for a while, and then I think he went to go get more money.
No, he went to go to another machine.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the... I forget, because I even asked you, like, oh, this machine's different than the other one.
Live bet ones?
Yeah, the live ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference... But he walked over there.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Didn't see him. But yeah, he came back.
Yeah, he came back a few minutes later.
Yeah, but I love, this is my favorite little detail about him coming back, is he came back and sat at a different machine, quote unquote.
Yes.
Which I find really funny, because it's not like you're sitting at a different table, like, buddy. Like, it's all the same fucking wheel.
It's attached to the same wheel.
Yeah, like, it's not like you're sitting at a different blackjack machine. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
But yeah, so he came and he sat back down, and then he started betting more money. Oh my God. And then
why we call him the coach.
because then he just starts like just talking to the people next to him, which is very normal in roulette. I want to add. I just want to stipulate this right now. I have sat down at roulette tables and like talked with the people around me. Totally fine. It's even encouraged.
Yeah.
Because it's a communal gambling game. You're not betting against each other. You're betting with each other.
Yeah.
You know. But this fucking guy was like, oh, if you're gonna make that bet, then you need to do this and all that bet. Like I could hear him on my side of the table.
Yeah.
And he just never shut up. Like, I think he went on for like just jabbering for like an hour.
Yeah.
Just nonstop.
Yep.
And the poor couple who sat next to him across from me, that poor like guy in the couple, he just got an earful constantly. Poor bastard.
To be fair, he was asking questions just like, oh, I want to bet this. Well, what do you do? And then he's like, oh, you should do the red snake, blah, 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 blah. You know, the red snake. The red snake, man.
He loved that one.
He fucking did. That was his signature move.
Yeah, but like, I still love though that you and me were Ben for a while, and you and me had been playing for a while. That we had like a goof about the zero.
Oh yeah,
landing on green.
Zero did not hit for a very long time, like for an hour.
But because it became a bit because I always bet on zero. Mm-hmm. I split a 50-cent bet between the two zeros, because that way if one of them hits, then I get $8.50. You get $8.50 plus the 50-cent piece back, so you get quote unquote $9 from it.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is, and why I call it, like I call it the insurance, because I find that if I don't do it when I really need red or black or whatever to hit, it hits zero and then I get fucked. So part of my mentality is that I'll do like a split bet on zeros, and that way my bet is insured, quote unquote, for up to like $9. You know, I just see it as part of the tax of playing the game.
Sure.
And so it became our little goof. And then I remember we were playing and we were spinning, and I just had a weird vibe. I had a weird vibe while the wheel was going one time, and I was like, instead of 50, I'm gonna put a whole dollar on this. I'm gonna put a whole dollar on this. And I like leaned over you and I went, it's gonna hit zero. It's gonna hit single zero. And sure enough, it hit right then and there. And you and me started freaking out because we both had bet on it.
Yeah.
And then we looked up and the table was empty.
The table cleared out.
Do you remember what I said to you?
No.
I remember looking over you and I went, damn, no one financially recovered from that one. Everybody probably lost a ton of money on that, because that's what always happens whenever the zero hits, is no one's ever ready for it. Especially on that table, because we went like, I think like 100 rolls before it hit.
Yes, it was a very long time.
It was a long time. Like you, like on the side panel for these like automatic machines, you can scroll through all the previous rolls. Zero was not on there at all. And
it was gone to from the board.
Yeah, those go up to like 100 or 150 last rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was gone. And we were just there. It was just you and me hanging out. We sat there for like...
Even the coach, like everyone just gone. They vanished.
Yeah. And then the fucking coach, he came sauntering back over, I'm assuming after losing another $1,000.
Oh, yeah. Well, probably 3,000 at that point. It was a little bit.
I don't want to assume. I'm only going to say what I feel is in my heart. And I feel like he totally lost another $1,000.
Yeah.
But he came sauntering over, and I think because we're the only people sitting at the machine anymore, he came and he stood right fucking behind me.
Yep.
I hate that. I hate when people are hovering over me when I'm playing roulette. I think that's the rudest thing you can do, especially because he was like, "Ooh, what do you got there?" Ooh, like he was looking at like what if I had a lot of money? Like that makes me feel really uncomfortable. Yeah. Maybe I'm off base here, but that shit, I don't like that.
I agree, that's uncomfortable. Yeah.
And then I'll never forget, he started trying to give me advice. Because I had bet on red. And he's like, "Hey, buddy."
Hey, buddy.
"Hey, buddy, if you're going to do that, you want to do this." And then he goes in the machine next to me, the like screen, and he starts pointing on the controls like, "Oh, you want to do this." And he was trying to show me how to do a red snake.
Yeah.
Which for anyone who doesn't know, a red snake in roulette is you bet on all of the red pieces across the board that make like a snake pattern, like it's serpentines.
Yeah.
But it's a really fucking bad idea if you're using small bets, because even at 50 cents, it's an expensive bet.
It's $6.
It's at least $6. Yeah. And if you're like not trying to bet more than like a 50 cent or $1 at a time because you're just hanging out,
yeah,
waste of money. Anyway, I just remember looking at this guy because I was like, no, if I start talking to you, this is gonna be my next hour.
You went for the jugular, Jacob.
I meant I feel a little bad about it, but I totally looked him dead in his eye and went, "Oh, cool. I don't really fucking care though." And then I just turned and went back to my machine. And I admit I feel kind of bad about it, but I was like, "No, I gotta go cold."
You ended that right then and there. You didn't even humor the guy.
Well, look, you have known me for a long time.
I sure have.
And you have known that like you've seen whenever I'm like nice to someone and I get little like, I don't know, buddies, passengers.
Yeah.
Little tag-alongs.
Yes.
And I'm so fucking over that. I'm so over like pretending to be nice to somebody and then now they're like, "Oh my God, we're like best friends now." I'm so over that. So like I've just made it a point in my mind like, look, I'm never going to see this guy again. I don't care who he is. Fuck it. Fuck it. Cool. Oh, that's cool, man. I really don't fucking care. Go away. Because I figured the worst that happened would be that I get into a fight with somebody. And I mean, like, well, at least then I know he won't want to talk to me anymore. So I still get what I want, really.
Yeah. See, but my favorite part is how you said, "Oh, the fucking coach who lost $1,000 is gonna teach me how to play." Okay.
I was feeling a little indignant at that point. Because, I mean, really, like, you're going to give me advice when you've lost, let's be honest, like $2,000 at this machine.
Yes.
And I've been sitting here and playing, just minding my own business this entire time. Admittedly, I never went into the green. I never, like, what was it, black? I never got into the black. But, I mean, I sat there and played the entire time. We played there for, like, almost 2 hours.
2.5, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, we were there for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
So, no, I feel no regrets about saying that to him.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad at all.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
If he's listening, we appreciate you watching, but Jacob still says fuck you.
Look, you're not a real fan. Get the fuck out of my channel.
Okay.
Look, just don't tell me how to gamble. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's your vice. You will do what you want with your money.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Look, there's nothing wrong with gambling, and I can stop whenever I want to.
Yeah. Even though I've given you a couple pamphlets that said when the fun stops, but that's okay. You'll stop when you're ready.
Those pamphlets are written by losers.
And what did you say? You also called them like, "I don't take advice from losers." You didn't say that directly to him, but you just told me.
I said it as he was walking away. Oh shit! I wonder if he heard that one.
I hope not.
I said it a little loud. I
You did
won't
say
lie.
that a little bit loud.
Amelia, I was just trying to be funny to you, but not.
Yeah.
He could have heard that one.
But see, that's when karma comes back because you actually lost before me,
Yeah,
and then you were giving.
I lost $60 that day.
You were giving me shit, just like, "Oh, Ben, you shouldn't do this bet." Blah 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 blah. And I said,
But then I caught myself.
"You can't." Yeah, you did
I
because
caught-
I told you, like, "Oh, I don't take advice from losers."
Yeah,
And then it just came tumbling down.
yeah, and I was like, you know what? That's fair. I did just say that. You know what? That checks out. And you know what I said after that point about like your bets?
Huh.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I left it
Sure
alone. I left it alone.
And then you
Like,
put in $2 more, and then you lost those $2.
oh, look, it was a sure bet.
But you lost.
It was gonna hit 36 red. All right, I swear to God.
But it didn't.
The next one did though.
No, but
If I had bet another $2.
oh yeah, then maybe it would have.
Can we get off of my gambling addiction now?
Sure. Let's go
Okay.
back to the holidays.
Oh, I thank God.
Yeah.
But we just had to tell the story about the coach.
Yeah, sorry. It was just funny. But yeah, do you have any favorite holiday memories? Anything holiday related in general?
God, it feels a little breakneck going right back to the holidays. But I don't know. Holidays is kind of weird because of just every time I think about it, it's just like doing a bunch of stuff like that, like going to family or whatever.
Yeah.
But I always one tradition I always liked though was that we always watch the same holiday movies every year.
Yeah.
And I know there's one you know that I watched all the time. That I swear to God, no one else knows. And I don't know why you and me are like this, where you know, like, the seasonal movies I watch. You're, like, the only person I've ever met that has also seen them.
Yes.
But, like, all of the other reindeer.
Yep. Olive, the other reindeer.
Olive.
Yeah.
The one, the Christmas classic about the dog who tries to save Christmas because she mishears Santa on the radio saying that he needs all of the other reindeer because Rudolph can't do it or whatever. And she's like, oh, he said olive. That's me.
Yeah.
And then what a random like gimmick for a movie that is.
I didn't know that was a book.
It's a book?
It's a book series.
Oh, that explains why it looks like that then, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's unique, but
Yeah, no, it's just that's like entangled in my mind with like Christmas.
all of the other reindeer?
Yeah,
That style, or you mean the movie?
the movie.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely don't remember the movie.
Really?
I don't think I've ever seen I don't think I've seen it in its entirety.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had.
Bits and pieces, and I think I could like assemble like the outline of the film, but not enough to where I could say, "Oh yeah, this has happened."
Look, I at least appreciate you're the only other person I know that actually even knows what this movie is.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure our audience numbers are dropping as we speak.
Sorry, no, please come back.
So hopefully, maybe the next film, people should know this fucking next film.
Which is?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. If you don't know that one, then you deserve to leave at this point. Olive, I can forgive you. Grandma got run. No excuse.
Is that a good movie?
No.
No,
I'll flat out say it. No.
it really isn't, is it? It's a classic to me, but it's not good.
It's a classic to me. It's a classic that I'd probably watch with my family, but I'd say afterwards, fuck, I really wish we didn't waste our time watching this.
And then next year you're gonna put it on again.
Yep. I'll say, oh man, this is gonna have fun.
This is gonna be the year.
Oh shit.
I just want to know what trail of events led to a song being made into a children's Christmas movie.
I mean, not a whole lot of like Christmas related things.
There really kind of aren't, are there? Because I mean, you have like the like seasonal classics every year of like those claymation. I think they're claymation, like the Rudolph one.
Yeah, Frosty the Snowman. All I know is Rudolph.
Yeah, like, and then that one animated Frosty Snowman movie. But like,
Oh wait, you have the Grinch.
Oh,
Forgot about that one.
I did too.
Yeah.
I'm not really into the Grinch.
No.
I never cared for it much growing up.
No.
I thought I didn't think he was scary. I just thought it was it felt kind of pointless to me as a movie as a kid. Because like, I guess I just couldn't appreciate the moral of it. Because my mind.
What was the moral?
The moral is like to have like seasonal spirit, right?
Oh, I thought he was just an outcast by the villagers, and maybe the villagers shouldn't be such arrogant pieces of shit.
Okay.
But maybe I got the wrong lesson out of it.
Well, someone took writing 101 and wanted to analyze the movie. I just meant as a kid, I thought it was like kind of dumb as a movie because he goes down and he takes everybody's shit and then he gives it back 20 minutes later.
Because he learned about the spirit of giving.
Yeah, but as a kid, like I couldn't appreciate that part of it. So it's just like, well, what?
Yeah, because you were a dumb kid. You couldn't see.
Yeah, I was a dumb kid. I was like, okay, fucking, he just took it and then he gave it back. Oh no, okay. I guess that was the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the Grinch.
Yeah. But Grandma got run over by a rain. That's
That
a
was
real
my
man. That's a
fucking
thinking
jam.
man's film right there.
Look, they thought their grandma was dead, and then she wasn't. She's like Jesus Christ. She rose. She rose from the dead. And isn't Jesus the reason for the season? Come on. Look, that's such a dark point in the movie too, when they're like in like memorial blacks and they're like standing by the Christmas tree with their unopened Christmas presents. It's like, holy shit.
Wait, didn't a year pass by
Yes.
in that film? Oh my God. I forgot.
Yeah, they don't get grandma back until the next
Oh,
year.
I thought that was like the whole like season. Oh
No.
shit.
Yeah, no.
I forgot they were gone for a year.
They mourned.
And it's kind of coming back to me. They kept the Christmas tree up the whole year, didn't they?
Yes.
In
'Cause
remembrance
it was
of Grandma.
grandma's favorite season. Yeah. Now, this family mourned the loss of their grandma for a year. Think about that. And then Santa Claus comes rolling in with grandma, and they're like, like the kid's mom has to be like, holy shit, my mom's still alive. What the fuck? And Santa's real, I guess. And then Santa gets sued.
And then they sing a wacky song because they want to pin Santa Claus for kidnapping and manslaughter.
Yes. Yes.
Damn, now I'm selling myself on the film again. I want to watch it now.
I don't see. That's why I don't understand why you're talking shit. I mean, look, I'm not saying the movie's good, but it sure is entertaining. Because like his aunt like kidnaps grandma and like pins on. Shit's fucking wild. Let me tell you.
It is a pretty wild out there like film.
How did you get all that from the song?
And they even got the original singer to be Grandpa.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yes.
Also, I love how little concerned he is the entire time that his wife is missing.
He was just kind of the wacky grandpa, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's dementia funny. God.
Oh fuck.
I wish Olive had like a plot like this where some shit's happening. Nah.
I mean, the plot to Olive is pretty weird too, if I'm remembering correctly. The postman tries to end Christmas just because he's too lazy to deliver. Oh wait, not because he's lazy, just because he's overworked delivering post mail.
Yeah, to Santa.
Was it to Santa?
Yes, because he had like a whole truck full of letters to Santa.
Oh yeah,
And that was like the B plot. Santa's like, I don't know what the fuck to get these kids for Christmas. I'm not getting any Christmas letters. I don't know how to make them. I think there's even a scene where like an elf makes like a really abominable like doll. It's just like Frankenstein together from other shit. I swear to God, I might be making up a memory, but I swear there's a scene like this.
See, these Christmas films are actually interesting.
Man,
Grinch,
Frosty is weak shit next to this.
I sleep, but all of the other reindeer,
I wake.
Grandma gets run over, I wake. Real shit. Good films. Good films.
Yeah.
Never mind, I want to watch them again.
You were talking all this mad shit a second ago.
No, after I watch them, I'll probably be like, man.
That was D tier quality. That was terrible.
Oh, but yeah.
You know what I really wish there was more of, though? Like
More happiness in the world?
peace on earth and love to our fellow men. No, fuck that shit. No, I want Christmas themed video games. I wish that's such
What
like
would you do for a Christmas themed video game?
I don't know, but it feels like we have like all this other Christmas themed media, right?
Sure.
You know, like we have Christmas movies, Christmas songs, Christmas like episodes and TV shows even. But like there's not like any Christmas themed games. What's the local gamer supposed to do during Christmas, Benjamin? Come on.
Play games that have like festive skins and items.
Weak. I sleep.
What do you want? Like a game that's centered around Santa Claus, like the story, or what do you mean?
Look, you know, not Red Dead, Dead Rising 3, where he's in the mall during Christmas.
Yeah,
I want more shit like that.
So you just want a game that takes place during Christmas
and is entirely Christmas.
You want a Die Hard situation?
Yes, I do actually. And I don't understand why this isn't more of a thing.
I can't. Well, because it's so like
niche.
Yeah.
Nah. Christmas happens every year. That's not that niche.
It does, but who wants to play Dead Rising 3? Like, oh boy, it's Christmas time to play Dead Rising 3.
There's one guy. You're making fun of him, and there's one guy out there.
I know, and he's silly. He's a silly man. He's a silly individual.
But isn't he living his best life? Don't you want to live a good life like he is?
Like what I do is I load up Team Fortress 2 and I load up my minigun that has festive lights on it and I go to town on it. What more do you want for Christmas?
I don't know.
Grand Theft Auto Online, if like it switches to the world is now snowed. That's unique. Oh, Killing Floor 2 also has like Christmas themed. You know, the more I keep thinking about this, the more examples I keep thinking of. What more Christmas do you want, Jacob?
I don't know. I just want more.
More. Jesus Christ, how consumerist of you. You just
It's Christmas. This is the time of avarice. It's the time of greed. I want more. How dare you? That is the most American thing possible, and I'm not even ashamed of it.
Valentine's Day?
Touche. Touche. Okay, you win this round.
See, I'm not as stupid as you might think. But speaking of avarice,
okay,
I want to share a memory with you that I had. And I want to ask first, did your elementary school ever give you like Christmas presents? Or any gifts?
Define like big gifts, small gifts.
Gifts you give a kid like max $10, around that price range.
I don't think outside of like maybe like 1 year in elementary school, but yeah, I do think we did get gifts one time.
So we got gifts like I can only remember 3
Are you
times.
gonna tell me a story about how you stole another kid's gift?
No, I didn't steal, and this time I was genuinely wronged. Okay, let me explain.
Okay, all right. Now I'm super in.
Okay, so I can only remember 3 years, but for the past 2 years, when I was like second or third, fourth grade, doesn't matter. I would always get a football because we would always get gifts during Christmas.
A football?
A football.
You don't even like football.
I know, but the point of it was you would just get a random wrapped gift, and for some fucking reason, I would always end up with a football.
So for like 3 years straight, you got a football.
Yes, and finally, I think this was like last year in elementary school,
So
and
you're
it was
a
our
fifth grader.
Yeah, fifth grader, and so I would get we did another one, another birthday, or what the
Christmas?
fuck? Christmas. We'd get another Christmas gift. I don't know what we called the event, but we'll just call it the Giving Day, sure.
Real original.
Shut up. Anyway, so my friend was in front of me, and we were like kind of talking about what we had gotten the past couple of years, and I forgot what he would always get. But I told him
Also
just like
footballs.
no, I know he got something different. And
Can you imagine though?
we were like very close to the front of the line. I think he was second to go next. And anyways, I guess what I had told him was just like, dude, Joseph, I always get a fucking football every goddamn year. And I didn't say goddamn. I told him
You're a good fifth grader.
I was a good fifth grade boy. And I told him like, man, Joseph, I don't want to get a football this year. I've always gotten a football.
And that shit's
every
fucking
year.
whack.
And the lady that was giving out presents, she said, you should be thankful you're getting anything at all. And I was like, you. First of all,
Wow.
that wasn't my point. Secondly, I am thankful if it's not a fucking football. So anyway, Joseph gets up. He gets his fucking gift. I walk up.
And she gives you a football.
No. The audacity of this woman. I respect it, but fuck her. Because she deadass hands me an unwrapped football. And all I could just do was just put on a big shit-eating grin on my face and just say thanks. And I walked away.
Damn, you got put in your place.
I did. And then I talked to Joseph again.
And he traded you because he was a
No,
homie, right?
hang on. And he's like, oh, what did you get? I got a football. And then he just laughed. He's like, oh, dude, that's cool. I got the SpongeBob Game of Life. And then I asked him, oh, dude, that's cool. Because, I was a SpongeBob fan back then.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Joseph, do you want to trade? He's like, yeah, I do. I want a football.
What
and so
homie.
we traded. And so I got the SpongeBob Game of Life edition, which I still have, by the way.
You know what the ironic part is, though?
Huh?
That lady taught you the real game of life right then and
Oh,
there.
she fucking did.
And this is for sure the same lady who had made that comment that you should be grateful if you gain anything, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So she went out of her way
Yep.
to dig up a football to put you in your place.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
But in a way, I respect that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what I would do.
Yeah.
But she wanted to do it to teach me a lesson. I would have done it to be an asshole.
That's fair.
So
She's trying to educate you. You're just spiteful.
Well, yeah, she educated me to be spiteful. And now in any situation that benefits me, I just keep my mouth shut in order not to shake things up. So in a way, she taught me the worst moral lesson.
Well, I mean, in a way, maybe this does continue sounding a little greedy, but the gift does matter, right? Like, can we all agree on this? Like,
in some ways, yes.
well, I mean, no, I'd say in all ways.
Okay, Jacob, I'm going to give you a last minute Christmas gift, and it's going to be a box of paper clips.
That's shit. That's really.
I can't tell if you're joking or not. You're literally contradicting yourself, Jacob.
What do you mean? How am I contradicting myself?
The gift, wait.
I'm saying.
Did you say the gift doesn't matter or it does matter?
Does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
okay.
it's okay. I've had a feeling you misunderstood me. No, like, can we all agree as like a collective? The gift absolutely does matter.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, if I hate football, like I can't stand football, and you give me a football every year for Christmas, I'm gonna get fucking annoyed. Because it's like, A, I don't like this thing, right?
Yeah.
B, if I've said something that I don't like this thing, now you're just like openly choosing to just fuck with me now. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, yeah, I can throw away the football if I don't really want it, right? Or like, using your football as an example.
Yeah.
But it's like, you went out of your way to be a dick.
Like, I get, like, why she thought I was being, like, a spoiled brat or whatever. Just like, oh,
Yeah,
I want a
no,
football for free.
I mean, I think we can all agree that if we were all in her place, we all would have done something similar. Because it would have been really funny, even if you didn't. It would have been funny.
I hope she has her own podcast and is now reminiscing on this memory, too.
But see, I remember in college, like, it was, like, maybe our, like, second semester of college. It was when we were still both going to college together before I moved.
Mm-hmm.
I had made a friend, quote unquote, a friend, with this girl in my class. And she was just like, she, for some reason, just wanted to, like, us to exchange Christmas presents.
Sure.
She brought up to me, and I was like, oh, why not? That's kind of quirky. It's kind of fun. No big deal.
Yeah, that's when you still had a little bit of innocence and hope remaining in you.
Yeah, and this is one of the instances that took a little bit more of that away from me. Because what she got me was like a coffee cup.
Coffee cup?
Yeah, just a coffee cup. And that was it. And, like, what's more is...
Wait, there wasn't even, like, a hot chocolate mix in there along with marshmallow?
No.
The fuck?
It wasn't even wrapped.
What?
It wasn't even wrapped. And she just gave me this coffee cup. And I mean, I guess it's not a bad gift, but I felt kind of shortchanged because I remember putting some real thought into what I was going to give her. Like,
What did you get her?
Honestly, I honestly can't even remember at this point because I just got really annoyed about it. So I just kind of dumped the whole memory. But I just remember being like, fucking bitch, I told you I don't even really like coffee.
You're not a known coffee person.
No, I'm not really.
Especially when we went to class in the morning, we never got coffee.
We never had coffee, yeah. But it's just like, and I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad gift in general, right? But it was clearly like, you just got something to say you got me something, right? And I think that's kind of missing the point.
Yeah.
Because I guess what I mean when I say that the gift matters is, what's the point in giving a gift if you're not going to put some thought into it?
Yeah.
Like, if you're just going to give, like, some kind of default gift, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, if you're truly dead stuck on, you don't know what to get that person, just give them money.
I mean, some people say that's rude, but honestly don't see the issue with giving someone money, personally.
I would much rather receive money, personally.
I mean, yes, you are admitting, like, yes, I don't know what to get you, but I at least want to give you something that you can use.
It's a sign of respect.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, And I know there's some people who get caught in, like, the dollar value. Like, oh, if I give money, how much money do I give? Is this a much too little? Is that much too much? You're overthinking at that point, I think.
Yeah.
Right? You give what you were willing to give as a gift. Like, if I was willing to spend $50, $60 on a gift and I couldn't think of anything, then I just give the $50, $60. Like, that's...
Yeah.
I think that's perfectly reasonable, right? If you're only going to give a $10 gift and you give them $10 and you think that's too cheap, maybe you should have thought about that at the first stop. Like, maybe you should have thought, maybe I should do a little bit more than that. Anyway, my point being, that I think this idea that the gift doesn't matter and it's all about the thought kind of misses the point, because isn't the thought supposed to be about the gift?
Yeah.
I can understand just missing the mark, right?
Yeah.
Like, you think someone's into something and then you get them, like, something they have, like, a million of, or, like, they're like, oh, I don't really care for the life. I don't care for the board game of life. And you give them the SpongeBob board game of life.
Yeah.
Like, well, you just fucked up then, right?
Mm-hmm.
You learn to live, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like this idea that the gift doesn't matter. I think the gift absolutely does matter.
Yeah, I think so too.
So give me something good this year.
Well, guess we're defaulting to money.
Well, as we just discussed,
Spoilers.
that is a valid.
But see, you want to know my trick? If you really don't want to, you feel kind of obligated, like you owe a coworker something, just get them a gift card. All you have to spend max is $10.
But, like, to where? This is
Doesn't
what
matter.
No, it
Do
does.
Starbucks. Default to Starbucks.
Starbucks is not a bad one. Or, like, a movie gift card, the, like, AMC or, like, Regal. I think those are pretty reasonable.
I'd be pissed. I hate the movies.
Didn't my brother get you a gift card to Regal?
I love the movies.
I'll try and cut that out for you later. How about that?
Now you can leave it. I don't care.
All right, fair enough. I don't know. What are like good gift ideas you think?
Good gift ideas?
Yeah.
Jacob, I legitimately don't know what to get you. Spoilers.
Well.
Cut that out. Wait. You're here. Shit! Well, the gift card is the one that you give someone, like, if you really don't feel like giving them money, then I would say default to Starbucks or Cane's. Or you should know what their favorite fast food place is, but
I don't know. Is
I don't know.
is a gift card to a food place, do you think, an acceptable, like...
That's what you've given me.
No, my parents did that one for you.
No, you did. You did one as well.
Did
for
I do
me.
one as well?
Individually, yeah.
No, maybe I've come to this conclusion after I've done that then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Yeah, oh well.
Sucks for you.
Yeah.
I feel like if a gift card, if you're into gift card, then like an Amazon one is like... That's pretty top tier, right?
Not everyone uses Amazon, though, but...
What are they, fucking cavemen?
Maybe they take a stance on some of Amazon's business practices.
But they're so convenient.
and you are what's wrong. But yeah. So Jacob, since we're on the topic of giving gifts,
Holidays,
spreading cheer, making people happy, let's talk about how we made other people happy and how we made ourselves fucking miserable. And this is probably one of our like blood ties, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is why we're still friends.
This is what...
Like, we've suffered a lot from knowing each other, but ironically, this story is what kind of sealed it. I think this is a life experience.
You're going to have to remind me, though, why did we do this? Was it for a class? I feel like if we needed time for a class.
Let's just set up the story.
Okay,
we took a class together.
Yeah.
And I legitimately deadass cannot remember what the class was for college.
I feel like it was one of those like fundamental like orientation or like introduction classes.
Yeah.
I believe we needed to do...
It was for freshmen college
charity
students.
time. We had to do like...
We needed to volunteer.
We had to do a certain amount of volunteer work.
Yes.
For this class.
Yep.
Quote unquote needed to.
Yeah. We needed just one volunteer experience.
Yes.
And then we needed to write about our experience afterwards.
We had to write a paper.
Yeah. And so I think we knew ahead of time because it was in the syllabus. And so we were just like, oh, okay, let's do something in October, I think you mentioned.
Yeah.
And then I think I said, no, Jacob, I have a better idea. There's this place that I know that we can volunteer at. So let's not do the October thing. Let's just wait till December and volunteer positions will open up.
That's true.
So December rolls around. The seasons are here.
They're changing.
And it's cold as shit. And how would you describe this place, Jacob, where we volunteered at? How would you describe it without giving away its location?
It is a holiday themed walk through amusement park.
Yeah, they have rides there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with amusement park.
Yeah,
small scale,
very small scale,
and very holiday themed. Like that's like their whole gimmick.
Yes,
is being holiday themed.
It is purely holiday themed.
Yes, Christmas, all that.
Sometimes
jazz.
They do Halloween, but
do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But anyways, we volunteered at this location, this holiday location.
We need to give it a name. Otherwise, this is going to get complicated.
What do you want to call it? Christmas Wonderland?
Yeah, let's call it the Wonderland. How about that?
Yeah, we'll call it the Wonderland. Okay.
Yeah, we'll call it the Wonderland.
So we get to the Wonderland, right?
This name I'm already on board for this. Yeah.
And what time did we start? Like at 5?
It was late. Like the sun had gone down.
No, we had got when the sun was just barely sundown.
Okay, same difference.
Whatever. So we got there at 5. We'll just say 5.
Yeah, we got there at 5.
And I needed to put my clothes on. And I thought there was a changing area that we could. There was not. So I had to change in the car with Jacob still in the passenger seat.
Because it was cold outside.
Because it was fucking cold outside.
Because I wasn't going to wait outside. Yeah, that's one of the weirder things that we had to do together.
Yeah.
That's just the start of this whole adventure.
So I had to take off my pants in front of Jacob in the car.
And I went nice. And then I slapped him in the dick.
That didn't quite happen. But sure. So I had to change in front of Jacob. It was super awkward. Then we got out of the car. We were in our little warm... I was in my warm fleece pants, and you had your fully decked out shit. Anyways, we walk into our little orientation area.
Yeah, where they're like trying to, it's like an area... It's like a theater in the venue.
Yeah.
And where they are like, all right, guys, here's how the volunteering works.
Where all the other victims. I mean, volunteers.
Where all the other volunteers are. And, it's just like a big auditorium. And they're like, all right, guys, here's how this is all going to work. We're going to split you into groups. And we're going to assign you to different parts of the park. We're going to assign you to different parts of the Wonderland.
Yeah.
and so they start taking volunteers. And I don't know about you, but that shit's starting to go fast.
Yeah, it went really quickly.
It went really fast, and I felt like, oh my god,
It was like a fucking auction house for people taking jobs.
and I felt like all the good jobs were like being taken up immediately.
Well, what sucked is they required the cashier experience. Neither of us had it.
Yeah, I was really upset about that.
Yeah.
Because nothing on any of the paperwork had said anything about like
No.
any kind of prior experience. So I think Yumi just felt obligated, like, well, I don't want to say I can do that. And I show up and then I go, how do I work a register? And I go, God damn it.
Right.
So, which I realized after having worked some retail, you would have had to ask that question. It would have literally mattered nothing because every register is different.
Right.
Anyway, aside from the point, you and me were suckers.
Yeah.
And
we were still young.
We were still young.
were young.
We were very young.
We were young
still,
lads.
we were just like out of high school.
You weren't
at
even
that point.
20.
No, we were like 18, 19.
If that.
If
maybe.
that.
But yeah. So anyway, jobs were going and
Flying off the shelf.
it was like the fucking economy was booming there for some reason, and everyone was taking jobs. And then I forgot why we agreed on this one particular one. I think it was just we were getting scared
Yes.
that shit jobs were starting to come up. So we're just
Yeah.
like, fuck it, let's take whatever comes up next.
I don't remember because there was one they had talked about that I remember that you and me looked at each other and we literally shook our heads no at each other like,
The kitchen, maybe?
yeah.
Was it the
that's
kitchen?
I think it was the kitchen because you and me didn't want to be messing with that.
No.
Yeah. And there were a couple others that sounded equally bad. Because I think, let's be honest, let's all rap for a sec here. Me and you didn't want to actually do any work.
Okay.
Let's be transparent here. You and me wanted to try and find something that was nice and easy.
Where we could slack off and do shit.
Yeah, and we were realizing very quickly all those good jobs were being taken up.
Yes.
So when you and me settled on was we just went, all right, whatever the next one was, we're just going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what the title of this job
Wasn't it called greeter or entrance greeter? I think is the position.
You might be onto something there.
I think
It's
that's what it
something
was.
to that effect, for lack of a better term for it. And what that actually amounted to, though, was in this location. I don't want to give away too much because this is like the main gimmick of the place, but it's important for the story.
Yeah.
There is a
Walk-through set piece.
There's a walkthrough set piece that's all decorated for the holidays. Nice way to dodge around it. I like that. There's a walkthrough set piece that's all decorated, and there's even stuff locally around here that like, oh yeah, we'll do a section for it, and we'll do a section for it. And we basically stood at the exit.
No, the entrance.
Was it the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The entrance to the set piece where you would enter.
I feel like we were at the exit.
No.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't.
I'll
really
elaborate why I know. but-
Okay. It doesn't really matter either way. But so we just had to stand there and basically be available to people whenever they had questions.
Basically.
And also stop. This is the reason I thought it was the exit, because I think we also had to stop people from walking in our way.
There was some reason why. I think it was just to explain to people, hey, this is the entrance if you want to come in. Even though there was a giant set that said entrance at the top of us.
Ooh, yes, you might actually be right.
So,
Yes. But yes, we got asked where the bathroom was a lot.
so
Where certain
even
things
though
were.
our job was technically greeter, we were walking signposts or we were
Yes.
info booths.
Yes, we were info booths, which is kind of weird because they never gave us any like vests. Or anything.
No, like I don't know any of the locations. The only one I knew was the bathroom, and I couldn't tell. I never walked into that bathroom.
What was really ironic is I remember us being told where the bathroom was.
Oh, they said, "Oh, it's down there."
Yes, they told us roughly where it was, and that was part of our job to guide people there. I had no fucking idea where the bathroom was.
No.
And I feel so bad because I know there's one lady that's like, hey, where's Santa? And I remember thinking, I have no fucking idea. So I just took a guess. I took a guess because I knew the rough idea. Like, because we were on one end of the park and he's meant to be in the other end. So I knew he's that way.
He is in this half of the park.
Yes.
Where? What location? Where on the compass? I don't know.
And in hindsight, I feel really bad that we didn't at least like, hey, before we start, maybe we should take a stroll to be like, where is
We
everything?
didn't have time. They just
No.
They walked us over to our position, said, "All right, here you are.
Yes.
Have fun."
And I do remember there was one part of this gig that I do remember that was like, the actual part where one of us got to do something, and it was that one of us had to walk through the whole like.
Oh yeah, that was our one quote unquote responsibility.
Yeah, and that was to go and just like basically walk through, make sure nobody's breaking anything in this
Be the
place.
muscle, be security.
Kind of, yeah. Our job was one part greeter, one part security. But you and me both were like, I'm not gonna like.
I think we did that a couple times, then we said, why the fuck are we doing this?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I know why we stopped, but we need to do this chronologically. Let's not get too carried away.
Sorry.
So we get our jobs.
Mm-hmm.
We are greeter. We were entrance greeter.
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember what happened? Like,
Well,
someone walked us over and said, "Hey."
Well, because there was a much more experienced staff member who was also with us.
Oh right, there was that third person. Yes,
There was this guy, and I'm just gonna describe it as he was not in a way to make fun of him, because he walked around. He was in a mobility scooter.
yes.
I don't say that to make fun of him. It's just the fact of what it is. So he was in a mobility scooter, and so because of that, he never did any walkthroughs of the place. So it was kind of the subtle way of him being like, hey, I'm gonna be at the exit. You guys be at this. If you need anything, like feel free to ask me. I've been doing this for a couple years.
Yeah.
Also, I'd appreciate it maybe when you checked on me every once in a while, just to make sure
Yeah, he
I'm
did
okay.
say that.
Yeah. And I know that because I'm the one I was the only one who ever went to go check on him.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, he walked us over, and then you and me proceeded to just hang out
Yeah.
for hours for a long fucking time in the cold, because the place they told us to stand was not where the heating thing is.
We'll get to that. Remember, chronologically. So we got to talk about the opening ceremony.
There was an opening. I don't remember this opening ceremony. You got to walk me back through this. This was many years ago.
So we were close to opening, but before the place opens, and I don't know if this was our very first day, like when the park opened, when Wonderland opened, or they just do this every fucking day. God, I hope not. But to open the day and to open the entirety of the park, there's one thing that needs to happen first. You don't remember?
I don't remember this.
Santa has to sing a song.
Oh, no.
I can't believe you don't remember this.
Because it was probably really bad and I blocked out the memory.
So it was both of us, and it was only two of us that had to block off the entirety of people trying to get into the park. We had to huddle them into a circle, both of us. You don't remember this?
I really don't.
So there was this giant group of people who we had to keep telling, no, we're sorry, we can't let you in until Santa finishes his song. And then maybe this will jog your memory. There were two kids that said, fuck that shit, and ran past me.
I do remember this.
Yep. And I remember I looked at you, you looked at me, and we just had this moment of just, so you or me, who's going to tell these kids to come back? And then you ran off.
I was going to say, this sounds like I probably did it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And then you said, hey, and then you ran after the kids, and then I had to block everyone else who thought they could go through.
Oh, man. That was, this is coming back to me.
Yep.
It sounded awful.
Mm-hmm.
And the memory feels awful. I remember those kids because they were two little shits.
Yes.
I absolutely remember them. And I remember it was really awkward because I felt like we were doing a really bad job at our like volunteer work. Yeah, I remember this because I was really embarrassed at the time.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, at that point, we probably should have just said, well, I mean, fuck it. What are we going to do? Like
That was my opinion already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you went the extra mile.
Well,
and you didn't get them back either way.
No, they were gone.
Yeah, they were gone.
Yeah. But I mean, like, what are you going to do? Like,
yeah.
I should probably say this is a very low rent kind of place.
Yes.
Like, it's not very extravagant. It's very kind of cheap and kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember after that, we just stood around.
Yeah, and then that's when things got just boring.
They got really boring.
Things weren't super cold.
Admittedly, we got what we wanted. We didn't have to really do much.
We didn't. It's just the events that transpired because I remember one walkthrough whenever we were still doing it, when we had to walk through the little set piece at the Wonderland. At the exit, what do we name this dude? Tom? Can I just call him Tom?
Just call him Tom.
So we meet up with Tom, and I remember talking to him a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how are you, Tom? Or how are you? You doing good?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the Christmas tree." And you remember this?
Poor Tom. Tom, the mobility scooter man, was as bored as we were.
Oh yes, because right next to Tom was like this giant Christmas tree
display tree, yeah.
But it wasn't like it wasn't a real tree. It was just like this. What do you call the? I'm trying to make the shape. It's like a cone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't know what to call it, but
it's
anyways,
a display tree.
It's a display tree, sure. And anyways, Tom, the poor Tom, I don't know. I hope he's okay, but
his mind was mush.
When I asked him, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I was just looking at the tree. One of the bulbs is out." And I was like, "Oh yeah?" It's like, "Yeah, there's 180 bulbs or something." This is
what I always remember is that he counted the number of bulbs.
Each individual bulb on this tree.
I remember there being way more than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just came up with a number, but it's like, "Oh yeah, that bulb's out." It's like, "Oh,
cool.
Yeah, for sure. All right. You good though?" "Yeah." "All right. I'll see you later."
I like when you asked him. It's clearly like a. I don't have to get you anything, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't need me to do anything for you, right? All right, cool. I remember the part when I think I finally checked out mentally with this gig. It was when I had done one of the walkthroughs. And to be fair, Yumi kept switching off because it was like the only thing to do. So it was more of a blessing than like actual work.
It was just whenever we needed to move around, actually.
Yeah, I get some blood flowing through my legs is when we would go. I remember walking through, and one of the maintenance guys had left some tools laying around.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Then this is when I got really annoyed, and I had like mentally checked out from this.
Yeah, you got. Yeah.
I was mad because I had collected them because I was like, oh shit, like they were like sharp, like like one was a set of pliers, which who fucking cares? But I swear one of them was like a knife, you know. And so I could figure out they were from a maintenance guy. So then I came back to you. I had done my walkthrough and was like, hey, can you hang out? I need to find someone to take these from me because maintenance left them. And so I found one of the like supervisors for like all the volunteers, and he was busy talking to someone. So I stood there waiting for him to finish, you know, being polite. You know, that business is probably way more important than me, but I have to talk to him.
Yeah.
And so I waited for him to finish, and I was like, hey, I found these when the maintenance guys left them in the thing. You know, I'm not sure who to give these to. And he looked so fucking annoyed with me. Like, you're bothering me with this? And I was just like, really? You're annoyed with me for just doing my job?
Right.
And making sure, like, you don't have a lawsuit from kids running around and, like, stabbing themselves with your knives and shit?
Uh-huh.
I was so annoyed. And that's when I finally mentally checked out. Because I was like, you know what? Fuck this place. Yeah. This place sucks.
That's when you stopped caring.
I didn't care anymore. And I know it was getting really cold by this point.
Yeah.
It was really dropping.
It was starting to really get cold.
And, like, I remember that where we were stationed was, like, literally across the way, like on the other side of our entrance was like one of those like standing heaters. And for some reason they told us to stand on the other one because that way we were more visible. But I remember, I think it was like after I came back, I was like, fuck this. And then we just hung out under like the heating lamp.
Oh yeah, we did eventually get our own heating lamp, and then like you said, they did tell us to be on separate ends, and then we just both agreed, fuck that, we'll just both stand underneath the heater. Yeah, because it was so cold.
And what's more is no one came by to check on us.
No one ever asked us how we were doing.
Like the most eventful thing is that Yumi almost got relocated to another department to help with something.
Yes, it was the photo booth.
Yeah, but it turned out someone had already found 2 people there anyway, so we just got shuffled back to where we were before.
And boy, we almost shit our pants because we were going to have to do some actual work.
Like some hard work, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That was going to suck.
But yeah, no, I just, like, admittedly, we got what we wanted because we didn't have to do anything, really. But it was just so fucking cold and just an awful experience.
I still feel so bad because there's still one last memory we have to share from that.
Oh, what was it?
So it was the last walkthrough that we ever did through that.
Train guy. I felt so bad for him.
We both got to take responsibility, goddammit, because I brought this up to you. So I was doing my last round. It wasn't going to be the last round, but it just ended up being the last round because during my round, there's a train that runs through the set piece.
Yes. And it's managed by like a whole separate group of volunteers.
Yes, but there's like 2 volunteers. So there's 2 intersections that the train has to cross through, and it's through a walking path.
Yes, because technically they're separate things. There is the walk-through set piece, which is, it's just that. You walk through it, there's displays everywhere. And then there is a train ride, which is a whole separate thing that intersects with points along the walking path.
Yes.
And at the places that they intersect, there's like a whole like crossbeam that comes down, but there has to be people there to make sure that no kid runs into the train and then, gets their leg cut off by the train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's not a big train. It's not a fast
I
train.
don't even think it goes 10 miles per hour.
It doesn't. It's just a tiny little choo-choo train.
Yes.
It's like a little piddly kid ride. But someone could get hurt. So someone needs to be standing at these like crossroad points.
Yeah. And so at each crossroad point, there's 2 volunteers, one for the exit and one for, the entrance.
Yeah.
And whenever I came across one of them, I think they were the second team, but he was by himself.
Train guy.
And we'll call him Train Guy. And Train Guy asked me like, oh, hey man, have you seen my partner anywhere? And I don't know. I think it was a chick that was with him.
Yeah, I think so.
And he was like, oh, she said she was going to come back or something, but she never came back.
I swear he said like she went to go get hot chocolate or something.
Yeah, something like that. And she never came back. And he's like, oh, it's been like 30 minutes or 40 minutes or something. She's still not back. I'm like, I'm really cold. Do you guys mind if we like switch? Like, can we switch? Train Guy asked me if he can switch with our positions, like at the entrance zone. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, well, I'll ask Jacob or, my partner if he wants to do that. And, we'll see what we can do. And he's like, okay, cool. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. And then I, go through the whole thing, talk to Tom. And then I ask you, or then I talk to you and tell you the situation. And do you remember what?
Did I say something?
I mean, I know what our end result was. I know what we did.
See, what's really funny is part of this story?
Huh?
I also remember talking to Train Guy at one point.
Really?
Yes, I remember having a similar encounter with him. So we're both culpable here.
Oh, thank God.
But I remember him making the same complaint to me. And I don't know why we didn't do it. I'll be really honest
Jacob,
with you.
I know why we did it.
I refuse to believe we were that selfish.
Yes, we were.
No.
We both agreed that we were just like, you know what? That's the job he wanted. That he raised his hand up for it. We have the heater, and we're gonna have it. God damn it!
We must have been really young and assholes. That's cold.
That is the reason why we did that. I know for a fact. There's no other way we're gonna spin this. We're awful people, Jacob.
Oh, I can't believe we did that.
That's
why I didn't think about Train Guy until now. Poor fucking bastard.
We left him
dirty.
We left him.
Admittedly, the only person that's worse in this story is that chick who abandoned him.
She's the worst.
Left him, poor fucking guy.
I'm gonna get some hot chocolate. BRB. She never came back.
I mean, who knows? Maybe there's a happy end to this story where after you and I had both left, she did come back. 2 big mugs of hot chocolate in each hand. And then they went home and got married. And now they have 3 beautiful kids. That's the story I'm going to think because it makes my conscience feel better. That we just didn't leave this poor 16-year-old by himself.
Jacob, I don't see how this make you feel any better. We still betrayed him. We both humored him and said, oh yeah, sure. We'll go ask our partner.
And to our credit, we did both ask.
Oh, we did ask.
And our partners said no.
Yes.
I.e. each other. We looked at each other and went.
I think I genuinely contemplated asking you just like, shit, what if Jacob says yes? Because he's going to let his like conscience get the better of him. But thankfully, you were so selfish and disrespectful that you also said no.
No.
So thank you.
I'm not a bad guy.
No, you are.
No.
And everyone's going to know it. On the holidays, Jacob.
No, it's Christmas, dog. You can't do this to me. No. I'm so sorry, Train Guy.
Train Guy, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
I'm going to pour one out for you, Train Guy.
Yeah. Not all of my drink, but
Not all, most of it though.
most of it.
Most of it. He deserves at least most of it.
I hope he got his free hot chocolate at the end, because the one benefit.
Benefit.
Well,
Really loose. Term there.
one. Okay, you get something at the end, I suppose. You receive something, and what you receive is you get a ticket, so you can you get free hot chocolate
You can redeem
at one of the booths.
for hot chocolate, yeah.
Hot chocolate adjacent, I should say, because it was mostly just water, hot water that was barely sweetened.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, hot chocolate is usually just water with powder, but this was like they used one package of powder for like 10 gallons of water. The shit was
The ratio was off.
The ratio was fucked.
Yep.
It's like they were just ran out of powder at some point and just kept pouring more hot water in.
Yep.
Be like, oh, we'll thin it out, man. It's fine.
We'll make this last.
This will have to last.
Oh,
That
God.
shit was, and it was overly hot. Like it was like literal boiling water with a little bit of chocolate sweetener in it.
Yeah.
Shit was disgusting. Mm-hmm. It was awful.
Thank God.
But I mean, we went through the entire night. Yumi went home.
Whoa, we didn't go home.
We didn't. Oh, didn't we get like donuts or some shit?
So, just to kind of wrap up, it was 10 o'clock. The Wonderland was closing, and I think we were like,
God.
is someone going to like come and
Leave
get
us?
us? Or do we just head back? And I think there was an announcement or something that said all volunteers come back or something. Or maybe we just went back. I don't remember. So oh yeah, I forgot we had aprons.
Oh,
We had festive aprons.
That's how people knew. I forgot all
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we returned the aprons.
Yeah.
And then we got our hot chocolate. That tasted like shit. It was still freezing cold. Train guy was nowhere to be found. And Tom, we have no idea where he is. And so we were just like, fuck it, let's just leave. And it was freezing at that point.
It was like, I want to say it was like in the 20s. It was cold.
Yes, it was freezing.
It was really cold.
And so Jacob and I wanted to get like a meal for our hard work, quote unquote suffering, I guess I should say.
Oh, we went to Denny's, didn't we?
So first we wanted Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme was closed.
R.I.P.
So we went to Winchell's because I think we were that desperate.
Yeah.
And I think Winchell's was also closed. I think.
No, we got Winchell's.
Did we?
Yes, I remember what happened because we were sitting there eating donuts in your car with like the heater cranked.
Yes.
And then we got like halfway through the box of donuts and we both looked at each other and went, I really wish there was something more substantial here. And then we went and got Denny's.
Yeah, we went to Denny's. And I remember I got spaghetti.
Didn't you not like the spaghetti?
No, but it was the best goddamn Denny's spaghetti I've ever had. Because holy shit, that just tied it up. That really tied the bow on that proverbial package.
Well, and then my favorite part was like the next day because
well, we had to write an essay. Remember all of this suffering.
Yes. I was going to say though, part of what made us finally do it though, because we did procrastinate this because there was a time limit for when this project needed to be done.
Yeah.
And we waited basically almost till the day before.
The day before, yeah.
Because it was like, well, we got to go do the experience before we write about it. And I remember I went home that night and I was cold as shit, but I still like sat in front of my computer and I typed out this whole paper and sent it in.
So did I.
Except you didn't do one part.
Well, so I wrote out the essay. And I think I have the essay too, but we were supposed to write an essay. Jacob turned his in.
That night.
I said, wow, I'm really tired. I'm going to turn it in when I wake up. When I woke up, I had saw what time it was supposed to be due at. It was supposed to be due before 8 in the morning. Mm-hmm. I woke up at 12.
You missed the deadline.
I missed the deadline for an essay that I wrote. So all of that we did
was for nothing.
Was for absolutely nothing.
For you.
For me.
I think you barely passed that class.
But you want to know the best part? The coup de grace? It was also all for nothing for you as well. That class is not required.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. At least I did my schoolwork, fucker. You're a loser.
Oh, and that's
one of our suffering stories.
that
isn't
is
it?
our Christmas story.
Yeah, it's our Christmas suffering story. We have a weird amount of those kind of stories, don't we?
Of suffering?
Well, yeah, like you and me being stuck in a situation together.
Yes.
Admittedly, though, I don't know if I would have gone through that day without you by my side to like at least have someone to like help share the misery.
You would have had Tom with you.
Fuck no, I wouldn't have had Tom. He's sitting there counting the lights on the goddamn Christmas tree. He's MIA.
He's gone.
He's gone. He's physically there. Mentally, he's like a shadow.
Oh.
And then, fuck, I would have... And knowing me, because I would have been on my own when fucking train guys like, can we switch? I've been like, yeah. And then I would have not
Then
had a
you really
heater.
would have suffered.
I would have been out in the middle of the fucking cold by myself by an empty train track listening to kids yell at me for telling them to stop every 10 minutes. And just out there by myself. And I wouldn't even have the luxury of a cute girl coming back to bring me hot chocolate because that shit had set sail. I was gone.
But it's those moments that really make our friendship stronger.
It builds character. Fuck that. I don't want character. I want comfort. I don't want to build character.
Oh,
But it's a memory I cherish with you.
thanks. I really wish it wasn't for nothing, but whatever.
I mean, to be fair, I think we still have worse experiences than that one.
Do we?
I don't know. I tell myself that.
I don't think so. I think that's genuinely our worst experience so far.
I mean, oh, that's not too bad.
And what's even scarier is it's just, again, it's our worst experience so far.
You and I are still young, my friend. You and I are still young.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be where we have to wrap it up for this week's.
Yep.
You know, just want to start up at the top and tell you guys we're sorry for some technical issues. We lost an episode.
Yep. That was all Jacob's fault. You can yell at him in the comments.
Yep, totally. All one of you can go ahead and yell in the comments. I do want to thank you guys for listening. We're going to have one more for the end of the year if everything goes according to plan. We're going to have a New Year's one next year. I did that earlier in the car with you too. We're going to have a New Year's themed one next month. Next week. Wow. I'm bad at this.
Yep.
And as always, you know, you guys feel free if you have any questions or comments you want to leave for us. You know, we really do want to do some kind of interaction with you guys. I know there's not a lot of you right now, but I do know we just got a ton of subscribers coming in from Instagram, TikTok, and all that jazz.
Yeah, so please, for realsies, start asking us some comments so that way we don't have to start opening the podcast. We can stop opening the podcast with just like, oh, how's your week been? Then I have to say, fucking, I don't know. Just please leave a comment. Just, I don't know. I'm just begging you. Just leave anything. What's your favorite flavor? What's your favorite kind of ice cream? What's your favorite? I don't give a shit. Just ask a goddamn comment so Jacob doesn't have to ask me anymore.
See, I didn't ask you this week.
I know, because we had the opening for Christmas. It was our special.
That's true.
Yep.
But anyway, I just want to thank you guys again so much for listening. Follow us on our social media. We have the Instagram, we have the Twitter, we have
TikTok,
we have Twitch.
Yep.
All Resource 13 in one way, shape, or form or another. It's probably linked in the description down below.
Yep.
Anyway, you guys have a happy holidays, and we'll see you again real soon.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Check it.